Now, Tiger Walk is the official start to the Auburn game day experience, and the energy and electricity from Tiger Walk is brought inside Jordan-Hare Stadium, where people like this America's game is back. So Astros fans, grab your peanuts and Cracker Jacks and head on down to Minute Maid Park because baseball is back. No, Kerryon Johnson is out with an injury, but we don't know for how long. As of right now, Auburn's so-called powerful run game is missing some consistency and an identity. A father and son jumped into the waters off of Ocean City this week. I'll have the details coming up at 6. Stidham will look to improve on his performance this week as Auburn travels to Clemson next Saturday. In Jordan-Hare Stadium, I'm Sarah Polcheski, Eagle Eye Sports. I want to show you this highlight. Bryant uses his legs again to escape the Auburn defensive line, only to, boom, be taken down by Carlton Davis. What a step up in the gap by Davis. So whether you are coming or going from the beach, remember, there are no longer any tents or canopies allowed in Rehoboth. Auburn fans knew their defense would have to play out of their minds tonight when they traveled to number 3 Clemson. And man, they kept Clemson's atmosphere rocking all night. Spring break is in full effect here in Houston. As you can see, the crowds behind me at the rodeo are quite large for tonight. But the best time to come is during the day, where you could enjoy the food and fun crowd-free. The main offensive problem was this. Look right here. Clemson's O'Daniel comes in with a late blitz, but where is the line to stop him? Nowhere, and Stidham gets sacked. Would you swim with a shark without a cage? Well, 2 people in Ocean City have recently. I'll have the details coming up at 6. Now, these game day enhancements that came outside the stadium, you might not have heard about before today, but the one that caused a lot of controversy is actually the one that's going to be right here, that involves a table. The city of Auburn has officially been overtaken by a sea of orange and blue. With the new football season comes several changes to game day.
Today's kind of to figure out what all's going to happen this year.
Prior to Auburn's first game, Auburn Athletics announced 25 game day enhancements that would be coming to the Plains. Enhancements include RV parking, more concessions, and a sign-making station for Tiger Walk.
I think it's kind of cool, real neat game day experience. I think Auburn's finally starting to catch up with some of the other schools.
The biggest addition to the pregame experience was a tailgate outside of Plainsman Park that included food, games, and music.
I think having something for the young ones to do will encourage more families to come and tailgate.
Now, these game day enhancements that came outside the stadium, you might not have heard about before today, but the one that caused a lot of controversy is actually the one that's going to be right here, that involves a table.
We're super excited. It's going to be a really fun change to Auburn.
Athletics announced they would be adding a DJ to the student section, but the real question many students were asking was where the DJ was going to be.
We haven't seen any DJ. We've
been looking for him
here, but yeah, we don't know.
Originally, the DJ was to be in front of the mic man on the field, but that didn't happen, leaving students wondering when he would show up.
I mean, if he shows up, maybe it could be a good thing. Yeah.
Athletics moved the DJ to the upper photo deck below the press box, an area that is hard to see. The move was prompted by potential rain, but the move is now permanent. In Auburn, Sarah Polcheski, Eagle Eye Sports. Auburn fans didn't question whether their Tigers would win today, but rather they were asking themselves where this team's strengths would lie. In the first quarter, 3rd down for Georgia Southern. Shea Wirtz drops back and Marlon Davidson comes up the middle and forces him to run into his own player. Later in the first, Auburn up 10-0. Jared Stidham drops back, looks across the middle, and it is picked off by Jay Bowdy. The following drive, Stidham snaps the ball and is pressured immediately, and the ball comes loose. Tarmisio Reese picks it up for Georgia Southern and takes it to the house for the score. In the second, Auburn up 24-7. Wirtz gets the ball and is pressured immediately and is taken down for the sack by Jeff Holland. Auburn goes into the half, leading 24-7. Auburn's first drive of the second half, Ryan Davis catches the ball across the middle, shakes one defender, and takes it to the house, diving into the end zone. Auburn is up 31-7. Later in the third, on 3rd down, Wirtz drops back to pass and is pressured and is taken down by Davidson again. Auburn goes on to win 41-7.
Auburn's defense holds Georgia Southern to a total of 78 yards and 0 points.
Our defense was unbelievable. They were outstanding. Triple option scares you to death. They know how to coach it. They know how to run it. And just looking at the stat sheet, 0 for 15 on third down was really something. Our defense got a chance to play a lot of young guys too and just did a super job.
We played fast. Everybody came to the ball. We had 11 hats to the ball. We just had fun, man. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters.
The Tigers will look to continue their defensive dominance as they've traveled to defending national champion Clemson next Saturday. In Jordan-Hare Stadium, I'm Sarah Balcheski, Eagle Eye Sports.